How y'all doing today? What are we up to? All right, this is JT, one of many videos for the 2022 season. It is the end of March, and I'm getting ready to do a ride down that way. So, that way for 50 kilometers, and then I'll be coming back for 50 kilometers. This is the Maplehead for Van Fleet. So, any of y'all in the Clermont bicycling area or whatever, hill, pretty familiar with this one. This is a nice straight shot. I come out here once a month to test my weekly progress, excuse me, as soon as I learn how to speak. And so today we're going to come out here and we're going to do the first 36 kilometers is going to be my session. Okay, so my goal there is to, because there's no hills here to assist me, or hamper me, depending on how you want to look at it. The goal is to stay below 2 minutes per kilometer split for that 36 kilometer. I got a GoPro on here, so I'll put a couple of clips on there. I won't run the whole thing. May do a time lapse maybe. And we'll see what we get this time. The last couple 36K sessions, my first kilometer has sucked. I think the last session it was a tech issue. Because there's no way I run three it was like 3 minutes 9-10 seconds, so we'll see what happens here. Now before I go into a 36K session, I do this no matter what. I do like one or two, at least 1 kilometer. I do a what I call a warm-up ride, and so I do a 1 kilometer out, 1 kilometer back, and depending on how you're set up in your area, you could do it differently if you want to. But the reason I do that warm-up is not just to warm up, because it's better to warm up than stretch, because I haven't rode yet. I did my morning exercises, so I am technically already stretched, but you want to warm up. The other thing I do for it is that I do a kilometer out, kilometer back to get myself dialed in. So make sure my shoes fit right, make sure, because if your sock is slightly off, it'll drive you crazy. So I use that little, I'll probably do a kilometer out and a kilometer back. That way I make sure I have my watch banded on correctly. I got my shoes on. Everything is set properly, and I'm good to go. So that way I'll come back, I'll stop that session, label it as it's all in Strava. So if y'all want to go take a look, knock yourselves out. I stop that session and I label it a warm up. And then I'll turn back around and I'll get into it. Good or bad, I stay in it. Oh, reminds me, I got to adjust my seat. So the last time I went, this seat, the angle is a little well, my bike is pitched forward, so it seems like it's pointed at the ground. But this seat, I need to bring it back. I just remembered when I was talking to you guys. So I've got a tool with me. I always carry it with me. And so we're going to make a seat back. We're going to adjust this back a little bit. And we're going to tilt this up just a tad bit. So, but anyways, so we're going to get after it here. I think I've ran my mouth long enough, but I do my warm-up ride to basically warm up my legs. I'm not doing anything strenuous, just a ride out, ride back. Are my shoes correct? Are they tightened down? Do I need to adjust them? Do I need to adjust socks? Is everything set on me properly? Is my back tie strap? This pack is not for riding. I'm just wearing it today because it's brand new, so I'm getting used to it. I'm going to do a run Tuesday, and I'll run with this, and then I'll come back and do a review for this product then. And but for now, I'm going to get a session in, and we're going to get after it. And I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. And I'm JT. Let's go have some fun. Alrighty, so we got the warm-up ride done, and I had to adjust one shoe because my sock felt goofy, tightened out in the shoes a little bit. Walking to the bathroom, I got a bunch of mud in my cleats, so they wouldn't clip in, so I had to get them cleaned out, make sure I can clip in quick. And the big thing was my glasses. I forgot my glasses, and when I was about 2 kilometers out on my warm-up, kilometer out, whatever it was, I hit this big gnat, swarm of gnats. So it reminded me, hey, idiot, put your glasses on. So the warm-up let me dial my shoes in, reminded me to put my glasses on, and then I shifted a few things in my pack. So that's the things I got for my warm-up. Plus it gives you a warm-up. So now it's time to get riding. So let's get to 36K and we're gonna get this done. Alrighty, taking a break. We are currently at 62 kilometers, and I am on my way back now. Basically, it brings me from the Mabel Trailhead, Clermont, Mascot, whatever town that is, Mount Bird. I'll put the city on here. But anyways, it takes you basically from Clermont to Auburndale, Florida. So, got a golf cart up here. So we're at 62. I'm going to get something to drink, something to eat, and then we're going to resume our ride back, and we'll definitely get our 100K in today and make Strava Challenge happy. So I'm going to chill, enjoy today, and give you all the results when I'm done. That's what my day looks like. That's the way I'm going. That's where I come from. That's actually where I come from, and I passed, and then now I'm heading back that way. So. All right, stop. Specialized, it's right there. Got this little, they have these little things along the trail that you can stop at. I have no idea what that noise was. Bugs on. All right, so I'm at 88 kilometers. So Got about, I think, like 20 miles left to go for the empirical people. Let's see what issues we have today. During the 36-kilometer session, which was the first part, I had a couple pet owners that were hogging up the whole lane, and I hit the bell and yelled out to them. They couldn't hear me till they got up on me, so I had to split them. And unfortunately, their dog saw me, so the dog didn't jump out in front of me, which is the only thing I was worried about. But literally, they were hogging up the entire road. And then as I got past the 30, I think that's the only problem I had on the 36, because it pushed me up to almost a 150 on that particular split. Oh no, I had a regular foot traffic. Another, I had towards the back end of the 36 before a road, I had some pedestrians dragging their feet, and they're just like weekend riders, which are Walmart bikes, not serious people. So I rung them a couple times. They couldn't hear me, so I kind of had to slow down a little bit, and that one threw me back up into a 150. So I kind of had to push my pace. So I'm at 88. I'm gonna take a quick break, and then might make one more stop, but more than likely I'll just finish it out because I got to do a walk. I got to do a 20-minute walk when I'm done. So it's part of my monthly routine. Let's see, what was when you're starting out biking and you get them little lights on your bike. This is the JT tip of this particular video. When you get the little lights, the little white light for the front, the red light for the back, try not to get the one with the batteries. I invested in some good ones that use the USB charging cable, and they are absolutely fantastic. They have great battery life. I'll put a link to the little cheapo ones that I bought for the bike. I don't ride on major highways, so I don't invest in those ridiculously expensive things. I mean, there's no need for it. If I ever get to that point, then I'll do that. And then just ride, just get out, set yourself a time. And when I first started, it was just 15 minutes. Go out riding 15 minutes every day. Get as far as I can. Didn't matter how far I went. I literally went through my neighborhood. I hadn't rode through my neighborhood since I was a teenager. So get your bike and ride first. Get you the cheapest one. The one I bought was a 2008 giant boulder bike, and it turned out to be a piece of crap. But I used it for maybe first 4 months I was doing all this mess. And I just did 15 minutes every single day. And if I had to get up early, I had to get up early. If I had to do it late in the day, I did it late in the day, but I did my 15 minutes. After a couple of weeks, it wasn't enough, so I bumped it to 30 minutes. And 30 minutes every single day. And then I wanted to do at least 10 miles. So, and then shortly after that is when these routines began. So just get your bike and go ride and see if it's one to do. You don't have to invest in the tri-bikes or the road bikes or gravels or anything like that until you know if you're gonna do this, if you're really passionate about it, then go ahead and spend those thousands of dollars on one of those things. But you don't need it. Just get out and ride, and then as you advance, come back. I'll give you feedback. I use a tri-bike. The reason I use a tri-bike is because of my shifters are out on those bars. Now you can put aero bars on a road bike, and I had a road bike before, and I had a nice one. I had a Cannondale Super 6, and the aero bars work great once you get down on it. The problem with the aftermarket aero bars, because I was going to get a set for my Cannondale, and it's a good thing I didn't, because they don't work the same. Now for me, if you're riding for speed and stuff, then a road bike's gonna work fine for you. I don't need a gravel bike because I don't go off-road. I'm too old for that crap, and I'll break something. So, but with these aero bars, the way my routines work with the cycling is I'm after a certain pace time. And today, my first 36 kilometers, I wanted everything below 2 minutes. There's no hills out there. Normally it's 2:10 or less for my weekly sessions, but I have a couple hills to deal with. Out here I don't have any hills, so I make it 2 minutes or less. So if you want to check it out on Strava, you can. If you want to go to my website, I've got a daily updates I put there. And then of course here on over on Instagram, I have data. I post my ride sessions every day just to hope it helps somebody or inspires somebody to get into this. But with these aero bars, back to my point, because I'm on a shiny ball moment here, those bars right there, in order for me to maintain that pacing, I have to stay down on the bike. And a tri-bike is designed to be stayed down on. And it's for me, what this allows me to do is maintain my speed. Because what I'll do is I'll get into a low gear, crank my speed up, and then when I need to take a break, I won't stop pedaling. I'll just crank up to a higher gear. And then that's my rest. So where you'll see a road bike guy, or even the tri-bike guys, when you see them go down a hill, you'll see them stop pedaling and they'll rest. My resting is a higher gear, so I never stop pedaling. Now, my casual ride today is different. I hammered away for the first 36 kilometer, and then I kind of took it easy afterwards. My last ride out here, which was 125K, because I had 119. I'm pretty sure it was 125. It was either 122 or 125K. So I just want to make sure I outride that today. But once I cleared that 36, I'll stop pedaling and coast and take breaks like I'm doing now. So for me, I prefer this style bike. And if I go, I've got a regular road bike. I've got an old what is that thing called? A Champon or whatever. It's like a 1984 bike. It's a nice road bike. I mean, if I wanted to ride it that way, I can just use that thing. But this works for my program. So thanks for listening to me ramble. We're at 88K. Let's go finish it out. Thanks y'all for hanging out, and I'll talk to you in a bit. And I'll learn how to speak in the process. Parker? All right, that's in the book. All right, so it is, hang on, I'm an old guy, I gotta put my glasses on. All right, it is March 27th. All right, so what am I doing today? All right, you already a couple videos, we're gonna attach them together, and then this one's gonna kind of wrap it up. If you don't use Strava, I mean, if you're into cycling and stuff, I mean, you should be using Strava. The first time I used it, I didn't care for it. Second time, I kind of got used to it. There's a bird's nest inside that barbecue grill. So I started using it again, and in Strava they have challenges. So the good thing about it is for fitness, any kind of level you have, there's challenges in there for yourself. And one of the challenges I give myself each month for Specialized here, me and the Specialized, is a 100-kilometer run. And I do that once a month. And since I keep track of personal records and data and stuff like that, I decided to run this one out. So I needed to do 130K. So I got 139 total today. I did a 36K hit session, which I'll put up here in a little bit. That hit session is basically, I start out and I just keep the times below 2 minutes a kilometer for 36 kilometers. And I just try to keep a steady pace, and then after that it turns into a casual ride. And I only needed like 125 kilometers, but I figured I'd tack it on since I'm out here. Let's see, in the 36 I had some pet owners hogging the trail. So I managed to get by. I ended up with like a 150 because of it. And then late in the 36K, pedestrian, I yelled, I beeped, I hit my little, I got a bell on here. I saw the bell on here. They couldn't hear me. So, but fortunately I got past them. That was another 150, I think it was a 151 on that kilometer. Once I cleared the 36, and I just ran the trail out. Trail goes all the way up in Auburndale, and it was a pretty decent ride. Got to see some alligators, gopher turtles, raccoon, cardinal, blue jay, buzzard that almost ran into me, so he was cutting across. Fortunately, I had my head down because he skipped right over the top of me. So if I would have had my head up, I probably would have hit him because he was kind of low flying. But it's got it done. And Specialized good. I use the drop bars because it lets me manipulate my gears. Because I don't stop pedaling once I get going. So if I need to relax, so to speak, like some people coast, stop pedaling. I don't. I just go into an easier gear. So I stay in a low, comfortable gear for pacing, because I'm not about speed, I'm about pacing. And so like when I got my headset on here, I'm listening to the kilometers. So if I hear like a 144, 146, 147, I'm okay with that. So when I start hearing 150s, that's when I kind of have to drop into a harder gear, put a little pressure on it, try to get it back down into the 40s. The goal is just to stay under 2 minutes. So, with today's session and how I feel right now, I'm probably going to have to lower that 2 minutes and make it, and probably go ahead and make it 150. But my weekly sessions, I have a couple of hills to deal with, so that's why I do 210 or less for my weekly sessions, which I do at least once a week. I try to do it twice, but my running takes priority. Depending on how my running sessions go, I'll get 2 cycling rides in. I'll only get 1 more in next week. So, because tomorrow's a rest day, Tuesday's a run day, Wednesday's a rest day, but I got a casual run that I want to go do with the group Wednesday night over at Sports in Clermont, Florida. So if y'all are nearby, please join us. It's just a casual run, walk, run, 5K, 2K, whatever you want to do. We're going to go out there, hang out, have a good time. I missed last week, so I was busy working. Tomorrow's a rest day, and I got a run day on Tuesday, rest day with a casual run Wednesday night. My run on Tuesday will be 10K, and then Thursday will be my second ride on the bike. That will be a 36K. With the casual ride, it should be 50K. And then Friday will more than likely might be another run, but I've got to go work Saturday and Sunday, so I'm trying to get an extra one in if I can. I'll still do my runs when I'm out there. I got to go to Gainesville, so AHDRA, Harley drag racing, unless I get petitioned for this other race, and then I may have to go over there. But so if you're in town and near Gainesville, so come out and see. There's a bunch of Top Fuel Harley bikes going to be out there, and there's a bunch of Sportsman bikes for everybody. So for today, and the Specialized got 139K in. We got it done. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Talk to y'all later.